Hey guys, this is Intuitive Anthony doing another YouTube video. I'm trying a new setup, uh, and I've been thinking about something for the last maybe month or more. And then I started to really look into it through further like thought and just kind of sat on it and chewed on it for a while, kind of being really introspective about the whole thing. And it brings to me a dream I had last year. It was last year. I think it was after we had purchased this house, because I had like a $600 fixer upper, and it was a dream about 2028. Hey guys, this is Intuitive Anthony doing another YouTube video. And in the latter part of last year, I had a startup house, and I had somebody from Angie's List come and look at the house, and he came out and he was like, "Well, this place is really, really old, and the amount of money you would spend fixing this place, you could just buy a new place." And I was waiting on a settlement from this accident we was in, and that's in the channel too. If you guys want to check that out, it's in the channel. But so we bought a new house, and while this house was getting set up and we were still staying in the old residence, I had this dream, and I was in the house with Lamont, and I was in sleep, and I woke up crying, and it was the weirdest thing, because I didn't know what it means, so I had to sit on it for months at a time, and really process the dream to figure out what it was saying, because I thought I was going to die. But I'm going to explain to you what the dream was. I got my tea, guys, and I got some water boiling because I need some more tea with cream. I'm doing the British thing now, so yeah, evolving and trying to get better. Well, anyway, in this dream, the one that I woke up crying from, I was asleep, and this was in the latter part of last year, 2020, and I remember it. It wasn't any prophetic like visions per se. It was me having a conversation with somebody that I was not looking at. It was a conversation directed at me. And I remember being in New Jersey back when I was in college, before I graduated college. It was this area in Newark, Bloomfield. And they always had this courtyard that was across from this Jesus statue. I now know his name is Yahweh Shai, and I've gone down that road and that journey. And, with the Israelite faith, there's some less desirable parts and there are some more desirable parts, just like Christianity and the evangelicals and that whole thing. So there's a lot of good and bad. And so what I did was sit on the information, process it, and let it speak to me and let it speak to my heart and cut out all the conjecture and the noise. And so in this dream, I remember being in the courtyard of this area that I remember from being in college in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And I was looking down at the ground, and everything was like a nice sunny day, and looking at the trees. And there was this conversation I was having with a person that I was not looking at or not at privilege to see. But it was a very interpersonal conversation. And I was looking down and around, and they were saying, this is what they literally said in the dream, which caused me to freak out, but I'll explain why in a minute. In the conversation in the dream, they said, "Get your things in order and prepare to leave." And as I was waking up, I heard in 2028, and I woke up crying, bawling in my sleep, waking up bawling. And Lamont looked at me, he was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, I think I'm gonna die. And so that's why I was like in freak out mode, like, oh my God, get your affairs in order kind of means end of the life, arrangements for a funeral and things of that nature. And my health is great. Don't get me wrong, my health is great. I'm in a new house. I'm, working, great job, great friends. I keep my circle small, eating well, living well, and enjoying life. So it said, get your things in order and prepare to leave in 2028. And so immediately I started crying. And maybe a couple months after that, I knew it was a God dream because you get these confirmations. Like it could be a dream, but when it's confirmed by something else, the dream stands alone, but then there's also something else that lets you know that this wasn't in your head and this wasn't a manifestation of something. This actually happened, because when I woke up in my dream in the bed crying from the dream, that's never happened before. So it was like the dream signified one thing, and the crying while waking up let me know that the dream was valid and that there was something to it. So I sat on it for a while, chewing on it, even downloaded some end of the life preparations, power of attorney, will and estate documents, because now, we have the house and, where I want things to go. And so I was just like, you know what, get prepared. You're going to go in 2028. And then I started thinking about it, and I was sitting back on it. And then I get into some videos online, looking, and I hear about the glitches that people are experiencing where things aren't quite lining up. And creation seems to be having a lot of complications and glitches. And it says that because of sin, the world will go to and fro and spin, it will rock on its axis. So things are going a little left right now. At least that's in my personal opinion. Everybody may feel different. And then as far as me waking up from the Christianity faith and the Israelite faith taking more precedence, and then trying to get rid of these religious gangs that they have affiliated with each other, and kind of trying to think for myself and understand that who I am as a person and what I believe in, and making sure that what was told to me is real. I don't have time to worry about what other people do, their thing. So that's them. So I was sitting back thinking, and then when I watch a video, I have a thing about other nations trying to explain my people's books to us, but only cherry picking the parts they want you to know about, because as long as they can control the flow of information, they can control how you think. And as a Israelite, former black man in America, we have been told what to think, what to wear, how to wear our hair, what's considered too black or this and that for the duration of our time in this country. So I have a real problem, and I have an extra set of binoculars on when I'm looking at anybody from another race trying to explain our books to us. And so I have to take everything with a grain of salt and not just sit there and overload. Sometimes take a step back and let it come to you. And I did a previous video on another channel that was about hearing the voice of God and what I heard. And that story is still true. It's on the channel. I'll try to find the name of it and put it in this video, because I think I moved it from the old channel to this one, and I put another name on it. I put another name on it and tried to do some more editorial work, because I learned a lot about YouTube and wanted that to reflect my older stuff that was on that channel. But anyway, and I was thinking more about this 2028. Health-wise, I'm good. Comfortable situation, less stress, a lot to be thankful for. And I was sitting there wondering, okay, this may not be death, but it says get your things in order and prepare to leave, which doesn't necessarily mean death. And then I started looking to a lot of people who have experienced the 2028 Rapture Dreams, and they've been having a lot of those. And I had mine back, it had to be September, October of last year, maybe even before that. But I know it was before we moved into this house. And I was just like freaked out for the longest time, but it may actually be the 2028 Rapture. No one, but it said the year, but it didn't say the day or the hour. So it's just in my best interest, and it behooves me to just be ready. You know what I mean? And I know everybody's walk in this world is different. And maybe this video and this will help someone. And just not to fall into the trappings of the world, because that is a very easy thing to get trapped in. And just kind of walk my path, live my truth, and go as best as I know how, and let everybody else worry about their own salvation. So guys, this has been Intuitive Anthony, so to everybody out there, if you're having dreams and it's really significant, keep a journal, write it down. And then if it doesn't come to you right then, sit back. I mean, you have time on your hands, and I'm pretty sure God will reveal it in that time. And maybe you're in a very hectic headspace right now, and a little bit of time away clears the mind, and then you come at it with new eyes and get some new meaning out of it. Guys, but I'm not sure, if it's, God saying it's the rapture or if it's just my time to go. And I even put it in my video, and one of my subscribers was like, you might not be dying. You might just be getting ready to make it big in Hollywood. And I don't want any part of that. I really don't. Everybody wants the success, but not all the trappings that come with it. And that story usually never ends well, guys. But this story might help somebody else. And if you had any dreams or anything like that, I would love to hear about them, because I think that there will be more information that I'll bring out about this topic. And I think that, hearing other people's stories and stuff really kind of helps snap things into focus and gives you a different perspective. And everybody's voice matters. As long as you got air in your lungs and you're breathing, your voice matters too, because you're one of God's children too. And anybody who throws their mental structures and buildings and blocks on you, shake that loose, because time is waiting for no man. Once again, guys, this has been Intuitive Anthony. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the dream and how I'm looking into the 2028 rapture and some of the weird things that's been going on. So if you've noticed anything that I should probably check out, make sure you hit the comment section, guys. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, that thumbs up for the likes, and the notification bell so that you can be notified when content comes available. If you have anything you would like for me to research and discuss, I'm an open book. I'm always willing to hear from anybody that wants to share. And I'll look into it as best I can and come up with my own understanding of it. And we can converse that way, guys. But this has been Intuitive Anthony. And until I talk to you again, guys, peace.